Today I was inspired by our neighbor's son who was selling these cute little Christmas trees at a local craft fair to raise money for the Montreal Children's Hospital. I'll link up in the description where you can make a donation. And today I'm going to make a similar design for a Christmas tree ornament out of wire. So this ornament is so cute. It's just a little piece of stick that's like a V shape. And then it's wound around with some loose wire and some beads with a little star glued on the top. So you could do the same thing with a stick, or I have some 16 gauge wire that I'm going to use and basically start by folding it in half. So we're just going to bend it down. This wire is quite soft. You can use a stiffer wire if you like. So I have about 2 to 3 feet of wire, and I'm just going to start at the top and wind this around. And then I'm going to clip it. So I have a variety of beads here. I'll start with one of my favorite miracle beads, and I'll just start by adding this one just in the middle to hold these two wires apart. And then I'm going to wind this a couple of times. I want to wind it around so it's going to hold these wires apart. So we could even go around 3 times. There's really no right or wrong in doing this. And then I'm going to add a gold bead. Now a little hack to hold the bead in place is just wind it with wire. So take your wire and just wind it around that bead. And then it's going to suspend it inside there. And then we can wind this a couple of times. Go around 3 times if you want to space them out a little more. And maybe on this row we want to do a couple of beads. I'm just going to stay in the blue family. We'll put another 6mm bead. And if you want to hold it over to the left a little bit, just again wind this wire around. And that'll hold it in place. We can take a 4mm bead. This is my cat's eye bead. Just bring it over here. And then hold it in the position you like. And we could even bend this wire around the other way. And you'll see it's going to hold the bead suspended in place. And so now we're going to wind this. Like I said, this wire's a little bit soft, but you can use stiffer wire or even a coat hanger to do the outside. Now I'm going to put an 8mm bead. This is the miracle bead. And then we're going to maybe hold that one in the center and wind it around. And wind it about 3 times here. So you see it's coming along. We'll put another one in there. I'll do another 6mm bead. You guys know I love these miracle beads. And go around underneath or above to hold it in place. You can wiggle it around to position it how you like. Push the wire down so it holds the bead in place. And then here's a kind of pearly gold bead. Bring that one over top and around here and wind it around. So keep going down as far as you want on the tree. So once you've put enough beads, you can just take the end and wind it around a couple more times. And then to finish it off, you can clip these, you can make a spiral, or you can bring them into the center. You can measure it. I have a card here that I'll just measure the length and bring that to the middle, and then do the same over here with a ruler or just a piece of paper and bend it into the middle. And then decide where you want the center to be. So say you want the center to be about here, bend this straight down, and then bring this one over here, and the same position, we're going to bend that straight down. So I'll just take a little 4mm bead, hold it in place, and wind the wire around it so it stays suspended. You can adjust these as you like. And then we want to wind these two wires together. So we'll just take this and wind it a few times, as many times as you want to hold them together, and it makes a little bit of a trunk. And then we're going to clip this one, pinch it, and you can just push that up a little bit to be right against there. From here we can clip these ends flush so they're the same height. If you like, you can just clip them, or you can make these into little spirals. So we're just going to separate them. My ends aren't super long. Usually I do them with a cone, like I would just hold it like this and bring these around. If your ends are longer, you'll get more of a spiral. And here, we're going to hold it on the cone, bring it up. You can also use the end of a pen. And then I'm going to take my round pliers and just hold the end and flick of the wrist, just bring them in. And then you can just hold that. I'll hold it underneath so you can see it better. We're just going to bring that in to make a spiral. And we can do the same thing here. I'll just flip it, hold the end, and wind it in. And just slowly rotate it in. You can also adjust it with your fingers. You can go in and adjust the spiral. And then you can get your flat pliers and just do any adjustments you want. This wire is quite soft, like I said. You can use a stiffer wire if you like. So then you can put it on the table and make sure it's even. And then I have a few ideas for stars. This is a little star button that has two little holes that you can string on top. I also have a star bead. We can put the star bead on top if you prefer. Or you could put a fancy little raspberry bead on top. To attach the bead, take some 20 gauge wire, cut a little piece, and I'm just going to do a little loop, and then we'll open up the loop, slide it on the tree, and close up the loop. So now we can add a bead or a star. So I'm going to add this star. We'll just put it on here, and then we're going to put a loop at the top to hang it from a ribbon. So I'm just going to bend this perpendicular, clip that to about 1/2 inch, and take our round pliers, wind it in to close the loop, pinch it. So then you can just get some ribbon, stick it through the loop at the top, put the ends together, and do a little slip knot. There you have your super cute little Christmas tree to go on your Christmas tree. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.